Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Just have a little bit of fun with you there. Did you like that? Oh yeah. Anyhow, I got something for you guys today. There seems to be a big hubbub about voiding warranties and what works and what doesn't, and there's a bunch of mixed information out there. I am here to kind of set the record straight for my individual purchase. Your purchase may be the same. This applies to 2022 Husqvarna Svartpilens. And I'm going to read a couple things to you off of a couple documents here, and then we're going to go from there. So check this out. So this is direct from the KTM slash Husqvarna factory. Now this is a warranty certificate, and we're going to go down here and read a couple items that are on here. I'm going to read the important ones to you here. Husqvarna motorcycles shall be entitled to reject warranty claims if and insofar as the customer fails to have one of the services specified in the owner's manual carried out or has had it carried out later than specified. The service and repair work performed on the motorcycle was not carried out by an authorized Husqvarna Motorcycles workshop. Service or repair work has been carried out on the motorcycle that does not comply with the technical requirements, specifications, and instructions of the manufacturer. Okay, those are the three lines I wanted you to see, and this is once again direct from KTM slash Husqvarna. That is their scope of the warranty. That is their terms and conditions. Now, depending on where you purchase your motorcycle at, you may get some additional motorcycle paperwork and warranty paperwork. So this is for a 2022, and the warranty duration is 24 months from the date of purchase or 24,000 miles, whichever comes first. Now, as far as getting the work done or the service done or anything like that, there is a second page to the warranty paperwork, and it says owner responsibility. I'm going to read this to you because this is important also. Owner is responsible for maintaining his or her motorcycle in accordance with the schedule printed in the Husqvarna Owner's Manual. Owner is responsible for the costs of maintenance to the motorcycle, including service at scheduled intervals. Service work properly done by the owner will not void the warranty. I'll read that again. Service work properly done by the owner will not void the warranty. Failures caused directly by a lack of maintenance or improper maintenance will void the warranty. Failures caused directly by lack of maintenance or improper maintenance will void the warranty. Okay, so what's the difference between this and this? I'll tell you. This is from the Husqvarna KTM factory, and this is from the actual dealership that I bought the motorcycle from. So they made an addendum to the original Husqvarna warranty that allows owners to do their own service work on their motorcycles. Now, depending on where you bought your bike, this may be the rule, the golden rule that you have to go by, which is what I thought, because I contacted KTM and I asked them and they read it to me. And then I called the dealership and I verified with them, can I do my own work? I mean, it seems kind of odd that you wouldn't be able to do your own service work on your own vehicle. But then again, there are companies out there that have this rule put in place so that you don't screw things up. Anyhow, the place where I bought my motorcycle has allowed owners of their motorcycles to do their own service work. So with that being pushed out of the way, I no longer have to take the bike in to get it serviced. I've had the parts on hand ever since I got the motorcycle. The Motorex fluid and the KTM filter change kit, all that stuff, I've got it on hand. So let's go out to the garage and go through the process of changing the oil and resetting the service indicator on the dash. I'm going to show you both of those things, and let's see if the diagnostics tool that I bought in the previous video, if you haven't seen that video yet, you're going to want to go back and check that out. That's a nice little tool to have for these bikes. Let's see if I can use that to reset the service indicator, or figure out how to use that to reset the service indicator, and go over the instructions on doing it manually through the dash. Let's do it. All right, guys, we got the bike up on the service stands. If you're wondering where I'm getting the information to do this, it's directly from your service manual, page 112, or your owner's manual. It shows you how to do the service work on the engine. It's a single page, pretty simple. You're going to need a couple liters of 4T Motorex 1550 and an oil filter service kit directly from KTM Husqvarna. I'm going to open this up and show you what's inside it. If you have a T-Rex skid plate, you don't have to take that off. They've made cutouts for it at the appropriate drain areas. So let's open up this little kit here and I'll show you what comes inside it. Oh, links will be in the description for both of these. This is a really good deal right now on Amazon. So if you are planning on servicing your bike yourself, stock up on these. They're cheap. It's cheap insurance, and the motor oil is not that bad either. I'll leave a couple different links for the single liters and then a 4-liter version as well. You got your big drain plug here with a new O-ring, your oil filter O-ring, your main filter plug that goes behind this bad boy, you got your oil filter, and this should be the main drain plug filter. Yep, and it is. This will become your main drain plug under the motorcycle. So those are the parts that come in the kit. Let's start draining the oil out of the motor. One thing T-Rex didn't do is they didn't make a small oil drain slot for the oil filter, which is kind of frustrating. It filled up the skid plate right there with some oil, so I get to spend some time cleaning that out. That should be fun. Okay, let's see what the carnage is after a 621 mile break-in. You'll see we got some tiny little specks of metal, no big chunks. According to the service techs and the service manual, this is normal. This one's gonna have the most on it, so it's got all kinds of fun things on it. As you can see, just tiny little specks of stuff, some looks like blue Loctite. Yeah, some people clean these filters out and reuse them. Why? The kit is so cheap, you could just do it yourself. You're not gonna find much in this plug. The oil filter is going to be really dark, and the oil coming out of it is going to be filthy. So you're definitely going to want to change all that stuff out. Now, there's one other thing that most YouTubers that do a first service don't cover. And I'm going to show you what that is, and it's extremely important. So let's take a look at it. So, some of you guys that are on the Husqvarna Svartpilen Facebook page with me. There's a group. It's got about 12,000 members. You complain about vibration between 4 and 6,000 RPM when your bike is, you know, pretty new. Well, I'm going to show you one of the most likely culprits. That is it right there. So when you get these bikes brand new and you ride them 621 miles without touching a thing on them, you're gonna have to adjust your chain tension. Now the manual calls for no slack at the top and 5 to 7 millimeters at the bottom, which is about 1/4 of an inch of play. And right now we're at, I don't know, 1/2 inch to 3/4, way too much. So if your bike is noisy and making all kinds of racket or vibrating at a certain RPM, this would be one of the things to check. It's pretty simple to adjust. I will do a little time lapse on it here. It's kind of self-explanatory. But you want to make sure that the bolts on both sides, these adjusting bolts, are the exact same depth. Otherwise your wheel will be sitting crooked on the axle. So let me get some tools and we'll get that slack adjusted. So this axle bolt is going to be really tight. So you just want to loosen it up so that you've got some free play on these nuts here. This is either a, oh, it is 14. Okay. So you want to loosen that. I believe that's 10. Yep. So we're going to push this. Basically, you want to push this out. And you're going to have to do the same depth on both sides until we can get the majority of the slack out of this. And it looks like I've already done that. So we're going to go back in a little bit. That looks about 1/4 of an inch right there. There we go. Not too tight and not too loose. The tiniest of turns on this adjustment screw will make a big difference on that chain. And there are adjustment indexes on the slider and on the frame. So if you get both sides to match, that's ideal. And And it looks like the front one is lined up with that very first peg. And once you get that adjusted, don't forget to torque your axle back to where it originally was. Here we go. Very important. Make sure you tighten these lock nuts down or you'll be hating life. And make sure you tighten the axle down or you'll be hating life because you won't be around to talk about it. Very important. So as promised, we're gonna try to reset the service light with the diagnostics tool. I don't think it's possible, but we're gonna give it a shot. And if that doesn't work, I'll show you guys how to do it manually. But I'm about 99% sure this is not going to work. I don't even know what to go into to do it. Let's try tool setup. That's not it. Yeah, there's no option to go into I could try erase codes. That's not it. No. There's a data stream. But I don't think that's it. What's this? Clear distance. I don't think you can go in and adjust any of this stuff. This is just a monitor. Well, I guess we'll go back to the old school method and adjust it on the dash. And I'll show you guys how to do that. If I can get this thing apart and put back together the way it was. Okay, I can only do this one-handed, but we're gonna give it a shot. So let's go. You want to hit mode until you get into the odometer section, and then I think you hit set, and it says service. I'm holding set down this time. There we go. That reset it. Now, on the forms, it will tell you that there's no way to extend it through the dash. Like, you're supposed to extend it to 4,000 kilometers and whatnot, but there's no way to do that through the dash that I'm aware of. If you know a way of doing it through the dash, leave a comment down in the comment section, and I will go through your instructions and feature it on the channel here. But I think hitting set for 10 seconds will change that service back to a higher mileage. So every 621 miles, it's gonna want you to service the bike. No matter what, no matter if you've done an oil change or what the case may be. So there you go. Alright guys, we went over how to do your first service today, what the warranty entails you to do on your own machinery or your own bike or your own motorcycle, I showed you how to tension the chain. The one other thing I did not mention is when you're checking your oil level here, you dump your oil and then you add 1.7 liters of oil. And then you're going to want to start the bike at that point, let it circulate the oil around, and then get it off the stands and stand it up vertical at its balancing point, and then check your window, and you'll see your oil level will be sitting in between those two marks. You kind of want it hitting that high mark. I had to add just a little bit more, but if you try to check it right after you pour the oil in it without starting the engine, it's going to look like you overfilled it. That window is just going to be full of oil. So that's something to keep in mind. What else can I tell you? I talked on the phone with the dealership several times before doing this, and they just went through the warranty information with me and covered it. Their dealership is, I'd say, semi-unique to the warranty. Some dealerships stick by the dealer's certificate or the sales certificate that I showed you initially at the beginning of the video. So you got to be careful with what you do and you don't do on your own bike, which is kind of odd, but there are several vehicle manufacturers out there that do the same thing. I know Tesla is one of them. They won't let you work on your own vehicle. Up until recently, Rich Rebuilds kind of egged them on and made it so that you could work on your own vehicle. But anyhow, that's a whole other section of YouTube that you can look at. It's huge. It's kind of odd, but yeah. So coming up, we've got an unboxing to do here. It's something I think you guys will like. It's an addition, and it's something that's been missing from the bike that I have in a car, but I would really like to have it on a bike. So you're gonna want to stay tuned for that. But other than that, I think that's going to be it for this long-winded episode. I'm sure this is going to be a little bit longer than normal. I do apologize for that, but I wanted to make sure I got all this information out to you guys, since I'm tired of seeing rumors and all of the stuff that shows up on the internet. So much of it is mythical and untrue, and if you just look at your owner's manual and your warranty information, you can find out a lot there. And by calling the dealership and just being open with them, you're going to find out a lot of information you probably didn't know already. But other than that, I hope you guys are staying safe, taking care of each other, and as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you like this. Please share the video. I've been trying to get the word out that I have this series out for people that have just purchased this bike. It'll save you a lot of time, money, headaches, and frustration, and I really want to make sure you guys see it. I'm not asking for anything from you except to use the links down in the description. It helps keep the channel going. It's not much, but it provides me with a little bit of income to continue to produce these videos for you guys and make it worthwhile. But other than that, take care, and I will catch you next time. See you later. Bye-bye.